All right, next, let's jump it on down to Fayetteville, where Sam Pittman met with the media here to preview the Rice game here. The Razorbacks are a 19.5-point favorite in the season opener. And Sam Pittman, man, he got some good questions here because, I've said it time and time again, and hell, I think I just said it on the last podcast. I don't know if the Arkansas fans, I mean, they're fired up for Rice, but who in the hell cares? Everybody's looking forward to Texas. And that makes Rice, in my mind, a little bit of a dangerous team. And what do they like to do? They like to play ball control. And if Arkansas's offense, who's starting a new quarterback, if they struggle a little bit, this is a potential for a little bit of a trap game here. So how does it, the uniqueness of that matchup of an up-tempo offense facing a ball control offense, it's going to be very important that Kendall Briles and company don't start slow, carry over that momentum they had at the tail end of last season, and that is something that Sam Pittman hit on Monday.
When you're running a high-tempo offense against a ball-control team, does it affect you at all if suddenly, first half they're controlling the ball? I mean, do you have to change your strategy a little bit?
I think it can. I mean, it's a great question. When I was at Georgia, we played Georgia Tech every year, and I can remember one year we were up 17-0 at half or 17-7. I can't remember, but we had 3 possessions, 2 we went down and scored, and then we had a hurry up offense and kicked a field goal right before half, and that was it. Basically 2.5 possessions, and we've talked to our team about that. We know what type of pace they play with. Obviously, it's up to our defense to get them off the field. However, we don't want to panic with that. We don't want to do something that we aren't. We want to go run our offense, but our offense knows that we need to have success and success early. Obviously, we'd like to get the lead and take them out of that pace a little bit more. Georgia Tech was a team that was just what they did. I think that Rice can adjust their speed. They obviously have a good third down package as well on offense. So I think they can adjust the tempo if they want to, but I anticipate them taking much time off the clock as they can.
And one other update here that, could be big news here for the Razorbacks. John Ridgway, the nose tackle there, transfer from Illinois State, I believe. So much hype around him. It looks like he's going to be out. Sam Pittman wouldn't completely rule him out. But that is the latest out of Fayetteville. So how does the Arkansas defense adjust without Ridgway there going up against a ball control offense? That'll be something to monitor there this week. And, I liked that was not the only Sam Pittman comment that I really liked because, it was something Shane and I hit on. Watching that Illinois-Nebraska game, so many mistakes from week 0. That's something that Coach Pittman picked up on and something that he is going to be sharing with his team to make sure that they're ready and focused for this Rice game. And then another great question. Every time Arkansas has suited up under Sam Pittman, they've been an underdog. And most of the time, a heavy underdog. Now, the script is flipped. They're a heavy favorite. So how do the Razorbacks, for the first time, handle being a favorite in a game? I thought this was a really good question.
Watch any football this weekend, week 0?
I did. I watched a couple of games.
There's always so much of the game is about not making mistakes, making your opponent pay for theirs. And there's some, I don't know if you watched the Illinois game, but fielding the punt at the 2-yard line, that hit on the quarterback and also the taunting penalty was probably game-changing moment. Do you use any of that stuff, the week 0 games and stuff, to show your team like, hey, see what these guys did and stuff like that? Or do you stress any of that on them?
You ought to go into coaching, Trey. The first thing we're going to do today in our team meeting is show all the mistakes that were made this weekend. Certainly, I'm sure that Nebraska and whomever, they felt like they were ready as well, and it just happened to them. But the more we can show them, the better off I think we'll be. And that's part of my team meeting today.
Hey, Sam, I think Arkansas was an underdog in every game last year, and I know you guys don't worry
I
about
know
what,
we were, yes.
and team really played with a chip on their shoulder, and obviously maybe it didn't surprise yourselves, but surprised a lot of other folks. But in this game, Arkansas is like a 19-point favorite, and I know you guys don't worry about what Vegas does, but how do you think this team will react to being a big favorite when they're so used to being an underdog?
I know it's coach speak and all that, and we all say it, but we really are. We're just worried about how we play. If we'll play physical and chase the ball and not make mistakes and are tough and play with the chip, we feel like we'll play well. It's really not as much about the opponent for the players. Certainly you get ready because you see tendencies and you know who you're lined up against and all those things. But we pretty much keep it about Arkansas. And if we need to play our best, whatever that is, and then let the scorer figure out the score. But we've kind of gone that way. We pretty much approach every game that same way. Certainly the kids have different rivalries in their mind and things like that. But I'm hoping and I don't think that we'll have any type of different the way we play, whether we're a favorite or whether we're not. But it is different because we're expected to win this game. And we weren't, at least Vegas wise, expected to win any of them last year. So it is a valid point, and we're very aware of that.
Don't sense much cause for concern there from Sam Pittman. Again, we got to see it on the field, but he's saying all the right things here in his first press conference of the season. And, man, I just cannot wait for Arkansas to whip up on Rice so that we can shift gears to Texas officially. You know what?